I'm Mary Beth Matthews, and I'm an advocate for the, let's see, what's the number now, about 54,000 public school students in the city of Cleveland. I'm a teacher. I teach high school at Max Hayes High School. I've been writing a blog about my experience as a teacher in Cleveland called Street Smart. What I'm for students and for kids. I'm for remembering that the money should go to students, that the money is, that the schools are not about the teachers, they're not about the buildings, they're not about the administrators, they're about the kids. And I'm an advocate for making sure that the kids come first, because in my experience, I was almost 30 years teaching the kids, even though they get a lot of lip service. I think they're
Good evening. My name is Peter McDermott. I work at Entrepreneurs for Sustainability. And I'm an advocate for what's possible, I guess, specifically in terms of building a sustainable regional economy and kind of the culture that goes along with that. One of the things that I'm personally and professionally interested in is how online social spaces can really increase connection and learning and action amongst people who are working to build this new economy. And so my particular interest lies, like Mary, in local food systems. And I recently started an online social network called Local Food Cleveland. That's kind of an experiment as to how we can sort of shift the energy around Web 2.0 from really being sort of personal-driven networks to be purpose-driven networks, and how we can really get people to action on what it is that they care about. So kind of building towards this idea of what's possible. So that's why I'm here.
Hi, I'm Baltus Krebs. Run a small organization called BoardNet.com. We provide software, consulting, and training in networks, in human networks, or as popularly known today, social networks. And I'm interested in advocating connectivity in Cleveland. And I'm glad to see situations like this and blogs like Refresh Daily and other events. E4S is probably one of the best networking organizations in this whole area, if not in all of Ohio. And so glad to see organizations and people like that connecting others, and we all get stronger when we're connected.
I think June Holly might have something to say about that.
Well, I've seen both, and I vote for the one I select.
John?
Hello everybody, my name is John McGovern. Nice to see you all. I'm a professional advocate, actually. I work for the Earth Day Coalition, which Scott was talking about, a few people before me. I run the Clean Transportation Program, and what I do is I educate and advocate fleet managers to help them move away from petroleum-based fuels. Sometimes those options are renewable, sometimes they're not. There's a host of cleaner options that are out there.
And you're also a member of Cleveland Colectivo, right?
Yeah, I really thought we were just supposed to say what we're advocating for. It said keep it under a minute. I was really trying to, but yes,
Or how.
it's true.
Okay. All right, and I can't see who's next. Is that Steve? Okay.
I'm going to stand up, so the seat's a little bit low there. Sticking with the theme, advocacy, I'm really not doing a lot of advocating lately. I'm doing more facilitating. I'm a professional consultant in the areas of community building, both geographic and professional. I had a lot of experience in advocacy, having directed public relations and lobbying efforts for a union that was interested in making progress in Washington, D.C. in the way of legislation that would make things safer in the workplace as well as for the public, healthier as well. And we were successful in reaching our goals that way from From there, let's see, I went to advocate for the city of Lakewood, being their community relations official, and advocating for what should have been good public policy. From there, I went to United Way and advocated to get into your pockets to support 133 partner agencies in the greater Cleveland area. And from there, well, let's see, the last 8 years, to try to wrap this up, about 8 years ago, I started a community relations experiment after leaving the city of Lakewood called LakewoodBuzz.com. That's still going strong and growing in its community base every day by about 3 people every day. So that's pretty cool. I also started Nonprofit Newswire, and I also publish Waldo Bargamol. The easy URL for that is readwaldo.com. So, like I say, lately I've given up my blog, or plain Dillard gave up my blog when I did that for 4 years on Cleveland.com. And I was telling George earlier that I'm looking forward to, I think, to 2009, where maybe my New Year's resolution will be to start finding my voice again, instead of just helping others find theirs. So.
Yeah. My name is Jenny, and I grew up in Cleveland. And then I decided to go to school in Wisconsin, and I got a degree in environmental studies. And when I graduated, I traveled in New Zealand, and I WWOOFed, which is an acronym for Willing Workers on Organic Farms. And since coming back to the States, now living in Cleveland, I've been trying to figure out a way that I can carve a niche for myself as an environmental advocate, sustainability advocate, Cleveland advocate, and I'm going to begin volunteering with Earthwatch.
Kevin?
Kevin Cronin, lawyer in Midtown, and active with a group of volunteers called Cleveland Bikes, which does cycling advocacy, supporting all forms of cycling as healthy sport, recreation, and transportation. Because when Cleveland Bikes, Cleveland benefits.
Okay. And
Eric.
Eric?
Yeah, my name's Eric Kramer. I'm a web software developer here at Insidia. I'm actually brand new to Cleveland. I've been here about a month. My wife and I just looked on a map and we decided where we wanted to live, and it was Cleveland. So, there's really no other reason. It wasn't the job came after. So I guess I advocate, technology. That's my background. Using that to positive ends. I come from Athens, Ohio, and that's a place where everyone's really kind of tuned in to just about everything you guys have been talking about. So all those things are topics that are near and dear to me. But I guess I bring a fresh look and fresh outsider view to Cleveland.
It's good to bring smart people to Cleveland.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bill? I believe Dennis, did you want to say?
Yeah, actually, I just want to remind, there's so many passionate advocates here in this group, and I just want to remind people, think about how you can connect with the other people here and move the conversation forward, but always keep it in the back of your head. How can we move this conversation forward? And next month being able to come back and say, I've connected with so-and-so, and this is what we're doing. I mean, we're working collaboratively. So build those collaborative networks and actually move forward with that activity. Those are the things I'm advocating all the time. So.
That, you know what, and that is an advocacy. That's a great one.